Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Impact Lounge. I'm your host tonight, Adam, and I'm delighted to say that I am joined by Johnny Impact, or as it should be tonight, as you change your name when you're on different shows, it should be Johnny Impact Lounge tonight. Good evening, John.
Johnny Impact Lounge. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very, very well indeed. So what part of the world are you in tonight? Are you still up in Canada? Are you back home? Where are you?
I'm in Philadelphia. We've got the shows at the ECW Arena tomorrow and Saturday at the now it's called the 2300 Arena. But we Ty and I have been hitting Philadelphia like a bag of quarters in a strip club, doing promotions, medias, making sure people know that the mayor and first lady of Slamtown are planning on bringing the pain and leaving a stain all over Philadelphia.
Excellent. You said that you've been doing interviews, so where in the day are we at the moment for you? Is this like you're near the end of the last of the interviews, or have you got quite a few more lined up?
About 2/3 of the way through.
About half the way through,
so,
right?
I'm around a third heading home.
All right, so I've got to ask them, because usually, the talent that we interview, I'm sure that if you ask them what's the stupidest question that you've been asked on a certain day, it would usually be one of mine. But as we're already into the day, what's the worst question you've been asked today? Just so I make sure I don't ask it for you.
The worst question I've been asked today is such a smart ass. Worst question I've been asked today is what's the stupidest question you've been asked today?
Thank you very much. There you go. I'll take the title.
That was talking, yeah. Of course, stated it. No, one of the things that I find the hardest with interviews is when anyone asks, "What's my favorite this?" or "Where's the best that?" Because it's really hard to, on the spot, say like, "My favorite opponent is this," or "My dream match is that." Opponent, dream match, all that stuff. I don't know. Just Google it. The answers are already out there.
Okay, well that wipes out all my questions. So thanks for your time. No, I'm only joking, obviously.
All right, well, next time.
So, by the way, what a great pay-per-view that was. Now, obviously, I know that you lost the title at the pay-per-view. We won't dwell on that, but obviously on your Twitter feed there, I'm currently watching on loop the Spanish Fly onto the ramp there. That was some move, and obviously that's where Brian got hurt. But how did you come out of it, of the match? Are you all busted up, or are you ready to go again?
Both. I think that's standard issue for professional wrestlers these days. You have a match like that where you're going to leave it all in the ring. You expect to come out of it a little bit busted up, and you also better be ready to go for it again, because wrestling is a fast business. There's not much time to turn over, and here we are in Philadelphia, wrestling tomorrow night in the ECW Arena. So both.
And have you wrestled in that arena before, by the way?
Not in a few years. I wrestled there once for a House of Hardcore show with Tommy Dreamer, but this is going to just be my second time at the original ECW Arena, and I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Seconds. All right, yeah, John. So what I was saying was, you kind of debuted in 2002. I think in Tough Enough. You might have been wrestling before that, but you've been around in the industry now, 17 years on television, and you look no different. And your moveset is still just as fast. When you see you stretching backstage on Impact, you can still go. So how do you do it? I mean, because there's not many wrestlers who can perform at that level for 17 years and look the same.
First of all, thank you. I don't feel the same. I'm glad you think that I look the same. I think, for me, functional training is the key to everything. Fitness, diet, kind of healthy living, or I guess healthy living is difficult to say in the same sentence as pro wrestling, but as healthy as I can. But the functional training really for me is the key to like physically feeling all right and maintaining and being able to perform.
Okay. Well, obviously you said yourself you don't feel the same inside. You're a bit beat up after the weekend there. So your moveset is very much a parkour style, high flying, those kind of things. What's the long-term plan for Johnny Impact with regards to your moveset and just staying in the biz? Because can you keep doing this for your whole career, or are you going to finish early, or are you going to carry on but change the way you do things?
I thought when I was younger in the business that I was going to have like a physical peak at some point, and physical abilities were going to decline, but it hasn't happened that way. I actually think there's a lot of things that I can do now that I wasn't capable of when I was in my 20s. It's strange to say that Johnny Impact can wrestle circles around Johnny Nitro, both mentally and physically. So as far as how long that's going to last, how long am I still going to be able to keep doing this parkour, high-flying style of wrestling, I don't know. But I'm planning on training and working as hard as I can to keep my physicality on a high level for as long as I can.
Okay, and what does that long-term plan look like? I mean, are we expecting to see you in your Flair years, or Jerry Lawler years, where you're still at the age of 60 getting in the ring, or are you going to cash out when you've got the chance?
I don't know. I think I would like to perform consistently for as long as I'm physically capable, but I don't feel like there's ever going to be a time where I say, like, that's it, I retire, I'm done with professional wrestling. And obviously, if I'm climbing up in the 50s and 60s, it's going to be a whole different kind of wrestling, because I don't imagine I'm going to be able to do springboard corkscrews and like modified cork dives and authentic moonsaults when I'm in my 50s, or even if I can, it might not be the best idea. So if we're talking about like 15 years into the future, then certainly yes, I would hope that I've modified some of the stuff that I'm doing. But I haven't really thought that far ahead of time as far as changing my style or retiring or anything.
Oh, that's
man,
good.
You make me feel old. I was planning on going. I hadn't thought about that. I feel like part of what it keeps me motivated is the ability to do all these things, and a lot of the high risk stuff that I do isn't necessarily super high risk. It's I'm focused. I try to focus on more high skill, like it's a high level of skill that it demands, as opposed to being a guy that's jumping off of 30-foot scaffolding.
I get you. Right, well, I made you feel old, so I think it's my duty most probably to try and make you feel young again. So here we go.
No worries. I've got enough ego, I can take it.
This month, it's my 18th wedding anniversary. Yours is coming up, your first one, so there you go. I'm 18 years ahead of you. Have you got your anniversary present sorted out? Because I've got a feeling you don't want to mess with Taya.
Oh, wait a minute. Like, we could do anniversary presents?
Yeah.
You think... I'm just kidding. Actually, our wedding anniversary is going to coincide nicely with a tour of Australia that Ty and I have coming up at the end of June. So previous to that, we're going to go a little early and spend some time in South Asia, Philippines, Thailand, places like that. And it's one of the really good things about being able to work with my favorite human, somebody that I love and I want to experience life with and create memories. So it's it's going to be a nice thing about the business.
Good. Well, I mean, it has been great, and the on-screen obviously pairing and off-screen for yourself as well. But it's really worked on screen as well. You can tell the chemistry that's there between the two of you when you're on there. Now, obviously, you've lost the belt. Ty's still got hers. Who wears the pants on the house now?
Oh, come on!
You don't have to
You've
answer
been married
that.
18 years. You want to stay married? You know the rules.
I would never say that in front of the wife.
Yeah. Legitimately, like one of the reasons that I think we get on so well is we both like to laugh, and I'm pretty easy to get along with. As long as I get to eat, tan, and work out, I'm pretty happy with pretty much no matter what.
Fair enough. I was only busting your chops, and I was just wondering if she does it. As well. If she has it been fun this week?
She's been giving me a lot of crap, by the way. Like yesterday, we went to the Phillies game, and we've got a bunch of photos. She's got her championship belts, and I've got no championship belts, and it's feels awkward. It's not the same.
Well, hopefully it won't be too long. And dare I say that whether it's the heavyweight championship or the X division, would you like to compete in the X division? Because I think with your moveset, I personally see a natural fit in there, and something where you could really take that title back to where it used to be. Is that something that you're keen on, or are you still just gunning for that top title?
Absolutely. And at a United We Stand on April 4th. I became the number one contender for the X Division title, and so I've got that big red X, which is kind of like a Money in the Bank type of situation. I can cash it in and get a shot at the X Division title. And Rich Swann, the current X Division champion, is somebody on a short list of people that I would love to tear down the house with.
See, I'd have asked you that question, who do you want to tear the house down with, but you told me not to at the beginning, so that's your own fault there, Johnny. You brought that one on yourself.
Well, it's more fun for me to just throw it out there every once in a while and put it in the ass, you know?
Fair enough. Well, look, I know that you've got a big day of media interviews lined up here, so I won't keep you on much longer, but it has been a pleasure talking to you tonight, and hopefully, we'll get some more time in the future to have a chat. But what I want to do is I do these interviews quite a lot. With Impact stars. The nice people at Impact very kindly line us up on a day like this quite often. So have you got a question for me that I can ask one of the other guys in the locker room in the future? And I know I've put you on the spot there, so I'll give you a second. You might have a name instantly, like you want to ask Sami Callihan, XYZ, but is there anything that you want me to ask another talent? And I'm going to try and do these ongoing, if you see what I mean, so that someone's always got a question in the future.
Oh man, passing it down. Who do you interview next?
We never know who's going to be next on the list. We find out just a couple of days before who it's going to be. But so I'm sure whoever it is will get them on at some point. So it doesn't matter if it's next or not.
Let's see. I think for Taya, a good question would be, what is her favorite nickname that I call her? Because I try to flatter her with all kinds of things like, sweetheart, first lady of Slamtown, Mrs. Boomdo. But specifically, ask her what is her favorite nickname that I refer to her as, and even further, is there a nickname that she would like me to call her that I don't?
This could lead to a lot of trouble for you in the future, but if we ever get the answer out of her, I will absolutely let you know what it is, Johnny.
Okay, awesome.
Anyway, you take care, and thanks so much for taking the time out to speak to us tonight. Sorry about the technical issues at the beginning of the call there. I've really enjoyed our chat, albeit very brief. But as I said, I don't want to keep you on for much longer. I want you to get away so that you can get through the day with some bit of your soul still remaining. But thanks for your time tonight, Johnny.
Great talking to you. I appreciate it.
And that was Johnny Impact there. Very short interview, but as we try and do these things, when we've only got 10-15 minutes to talk to the talent at TNA, TNA at Impact, when they line up these interviews, we always try and keep them fun. We don't get into all the in-depth stuff. But one of the recurring themes that we've noticed on this is that wrestlers don't like to be asked what their dream tie-up match is. So there you go. That's one for all you fellow podcasters out there. Never ask the talent who they want to wrestle, because they get fed up with those questions. All right, that's me checking out for tonight. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you do, and we're going to have a lot of great content coming up. And also make sure to check out the next the Rebellion review, which is going to be going up soon, which I think was Trent and BQ. So check that out on the channel. For the time being, it's Adam. We'll catch you soon.